today we are here in the town of Yekaterinburg, Russia, formerly known as Sverdlovsk, until 1991, the end of the Cold War. This big city, with 1,400 inhabitants, was a witness of the Cold War, which divided the world into two blocks between the USA and the USSR. It is here that Francis G.Powers was captured by the Soviet government and held captive 30 years ago in 1960. Today we are going to meet James B. Donovan, a lawyer who managed to negotiate the exchange of this pilot and a Soviet spy. And we are going to meet Francis G.Powers on the site of his captivity. So hello, may you please present yourself to the people watching?
Yes, of course. My name is James Donovan, I'm an ex-lawyer and I'm supposed to be dead, but for the video I will be alive.
Right, and you were the lawyer that worked on the case for Rudolf Abel.
My relationship with...
Yes, what was your relationship with him?
Yeah, Rudolf Abel is a nice guy. Well, at the beginning he was a bit wary because he didn't know what happened, who was I, so it was a bit confusing for him. But then we started to work together, we talked together, and then we created a great duo. And even though I defended him, he has been imprisoned, but it's a very nice guy for me.
And because this happened during the Cold War, what was the reaction towards you defending this Soviet spy?
Well, the American people was a bit against this case because I was an American and I was defending a Russian spy, so it was a bit hard for me.
Yeah.
I was very hated in this time, and some people just had gunshots at my house, etc. So it was very hard for me in this time.
And did you have any relations with G.Powers, through the U-2 pilots?
G.Powers? No, I don't know him, but I don't know him. We are not close friends, but after the exchange that I managed to do between Francis G.Powers and Rudolf Abel, we had this conversation, and we talked together, and then we became a bit like co-workers.
Right. Okay then, and what was your role in this exchange between Rudolf Abel and G.Powers?
Well, the Russian government wanted Rudolf Abel to come back in Russia, and they were threatening America with the kidnapping of Francis G.Powers, who crashed in Russian area. So I had to create the exchange between Rudolf Abel on a bridge, a bit like this one, with Rudolf Abel and Francis G.Powers, who was wanted by the American government. So it was very hard, but we managed to do that thanks to a great team.
And a good job you did.
Thanks a lot.
Come with me. So here we're in the forest where Francis G.Powers' plane crashed, and this is the hole that he's left, which has been left intact for the past 30 years, since 1960. And we're now on our way to meet G.Powers in the ruins of what is left of Yekaterinburg during the Cold War. So here we are with the pilot, G.Powers, at the facilities where he was held captive during the Cold War 30 years ago. Could you please present yourself and explain who you are to our viewers?
Sure. So I'm G.Powers, and I was an American pilot during the Cold War.
And during this time that you were an American pilot, that was the time that the US had made the choice to make aerial inspections of the nuclear facilities and the launch pads, because the Soviet leader Khrushchev had said that they had made ballistic missiles to send all over the world.
Yeah.
And it was also, if I'm right, the time that the government had also wanted to look for new ways to verify these plants and to see if it was in fact true that they had made these missiles in the nuclear plants. Okay then, so what was your role in 1960 when you were shot down, unfortunately?
Well, my role was to fly the spy plane over the Soviet territory and then take pictures of the nuclear bases. And if we were captured, we were told it was better to kill ourselves rather than being captured and remain in prison. But I've decided to kill myself because I didn't want to, and so I didn't use the dollar which contained poison in it.
So can you please tell us what happened to your plane whilst you were flying over the Soviet territory?
Yeah, so my plane was shot down by the Soviet missiles, and after a bit of trouble I've managed to parachute safely. I wasn't captured by the Soviet government, and so they wanted to get information out of me, and they tortured me, and so they sentenced me to 10 years in prison.
So here we are at the building where Francis G.Powers was held captive for 2 years, and I propose to Francis now to show us the building and where you slept and were held during these 2 years.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so here is my bed, and then here was the place where they fed me, and here was the window where they gave me the food.
Okay. Where is she? Where are they gone? Where are they? Lost them. Where have they gone? Hello? Hello? Gary? Gary? What were you doing? So what was going on? Why were you running? Who was that guy?
Oh, it was just my prison guardian.
From when you were in prison in the Soviet prison?
Yeah, in Russia.
Oh yeah, right.
And what did you do?
Oh, it was just a small revenge.
Oh, okay.
So then you were safely exchanged by the means of the lawyer James B. Donovan that we earlier interviewed. Can you please explain what happened after your return to the USA?
Yeah, well, I didn't have a warm welcome because people thought that I had not done my job properly and that I should have killed myself instead of being arrested. People were suspicious of me thinking that I had given information about the US government. And after being questioned by the CIA, they said that I was a courageous, fine and young American citizen and that I did the best I could under very difficult events. They congratulated me and told me I did a good job for my country.
And very courageous you are. And after that, did you manage to find a career after being in the US Air Force?
Yeah, I then went on to become an helicopter traffic pilot, reporter for the KNBC News Channel 4.
Okay, thank you very much.